This is real medieval Ferris wheel. Oh, what fun. Really good lads. Do you want to go?
Oh, yes!
After a great 2 days in Pamplona, we headed south for a 2 to 3 hour ride to the city of Soria. Riding hard for the past few days, so after about an hour we decided it was time to get off the bike and just stretch your legs.
Just a quick stretch stop on the way to Soria. We're going to have regular stops to do some stretching because we've been doing a lot of hard riding.
Soria is a city in north-central Spain. It's off the beaten track a bit and not many people know about it. It has a population of around 90,000. It's best known for its medieval streets and Romanesque architecture, as well as its medieval market, which coincidentally was taking place when we arrived.
Welcome to Alfonso VIII, whoever he was. Let's check that out. Obviously a famous bloke, famous king. So it turns out that King Alfonso VIII was the King of Castile and Toledo in 1158. Anyway, back to the bathroom. But nice bathroom. Nice airy, light place, shower and bath. Good sized double bed. Clean, spacious. Well, pretty much what you'd expect or what you want. A room with a view. Well, it's overlooking. We're in the middle of the city, so you've got a city view, but it's convenient for everything else, so everything is walkable. So yeah, I think pretty thumbs up. The air conditioning wasn't as cold as I would like it to have, but other than that, yeah, pretty pleasant, tidy room. Just arrived in Soria, not sure exactly how you pronounce it. I'm pretty sure it's Soria, but it's baking hot, 27 degrees, and we've come across this medieval market around the corner, and the smells are incredible. They're cooking all sorts of stuff, so we're going to have a snack and a beer. Luckily we found the place where King Alfonso VIII used to come for his kebabs when he was a bit peckish.
It's amazing. Kebab with veg, and it's the first veg we've had since I got here.
Street market food for lunch. Perfect. Made it to the Plaza Mayor in Soria, and still early, 4:45, so a lot of places are still shut. Fascinating little place. Moto shop looking for chain lube because Phil, she forgot to bring it with us in England, so we're trying to get some suitable lube for Sue's chain.
Pone más para off-road.
Off-road, yeah.
Y este más para normal.
Para la carretera.
Para carretera, sí, este sí.
Sí.
Sí, eso.
Gracias. So we've got chain lube here.
Real medieval Ferris wheel. Just like they had in the olden days. What do you do with that? Do you want to go?
Oh, yes! There really is an amazing array of food on offer, but I really love my kebab, so for the second time today.
Morning folks, another day, another underground garage to leave. We're under the bowels of the Hotel Alfonso VIII in Soria. And today we're heading to our penultimate stop in Valladolid. So it's about 3 hours run. Soria was a very pleasant, small little city, the fascinating medieval market, but you'll see that on the video. Anyway, we'll check in later on the way to Valladolid. After about an hour it was time for a coffee break, but the road was pretty deserted until we came across a little petrol station on the side of the road. Had a stop for a quick coffee about an hour into our journey to Valladolid, pretty much in the middle of nowhere. It's starting to warm up a treat. We didn't need petrol, we didn't need coffee. Sometimes you just have to get off the bike and stretch your legs for a bit. For some reason we took a wrong turn, came off the main road and ended up going through this interesting diversion through the tiny town of Valladolid, which apparently has got about 200 inhabitants. But it made an interesting diversion. Valladolid has a population of about 310,000 people and it's northwest Spain's biggest city. The great Spanish writer Miguel de Cervantes, regarded as the greatest writer in the Spanish language and one of the world's preeminent novelists, also lived and worked here. His novel Don Quixote has been translated into 140 languages. Christopher Columbus actually died in Valladolid in 1506. So having finally arrived at our hotel in Valladolid, as with many hotels in cities, it was on a pedestrianised walkway, so our next challenge was to find out where we could park our bikes, and that proved to be interesting. Turns out we had to take our bikes into a lift to take it down to the garage. This Hotel Amadeus, don't know why it's called that, because there's another hotel called Mozart. What Mozart's got to do with Valladolid, I have no idea. But anyway, let's have a look. Crazy hot bathroom, and it's got a shower. I think it's called a junior suite. Plenty of room. Nice big double bed. Sadly, no air conditioning, but we've already talked about that. Plenty of space to charge things up. Big room, but big failing not to have air conditioning. Room with a view. First order of the day is charge the helmets up, charge the GoPros up and start downloading the footage of today's ride. Folks, our penultimate stop finds us in the city of Valladolid, and we are now it's just 4:10. We arrived a couple of hours ago, downloaded the footage, got a shower, got changed, relaxed a bit, and now we are in the Plaza Mayor, which is a pretty big square, and it's probably, 25, 26 degrees, I think. It's hot, mad hot. I just complained to the hotel manager that our air conditioning didn't work, only to be told of course it doesn't work because we don't have any air conditioning. So it could be a hot night. But anyway, it's so hot. The time is now, guess what? Beer o'clock.
Fine, sangria time.
It's an incredibly quiet Sunday morning here in Valladolid. We're just about to load the bikes, head for our final leg of our trip to Llanes, which is on the coast, heading north into poorer weather apparently. We'll be then about 2 hours from Santander, but the weather forecast is pretty poor. Looks like it's going to have the first rain, proper rain, in 2.5 weeks. Still, we can't complain. We've had fantastic weather. Anyway, we'll check in later on the way. So today's route was going to take us north from Valladolid to the coastal town of Llanes. It's going to be about a 4 to 5 hour ride, so to speed things up we're probably going to take some of the A roads. After riding for about an hour and a half, it was time for coffee and breakfast. So we pulled off and found this little town of Fromista, which coincidentally was right on the Camino de Santiago, the pilgrim's route.
Can you tell us how long you've been on the road? How many miles you've been walking?
Every day?
Yeah.
I work 25, 30, 35. I stay and listen my body.
So why are you doing the way?
For change, for take a time, for get out of the society too. And all people is in the society with a house, with a job, with a lot of problem and stress. And I take a time for me now and I see what the road do for in my body.
So how long have you been on the road when you get to Santiago?
I'm 8 weeks today, and for finish 2 weeks if I can. If my body is okay, I'm okay.
And when you finish the way, what are you going to do? Does that go back to work?
It's an obligation.
And when do you plan to get to Santiago?
My plan is I have to be there on the 29th.
You have to be?
I have to be there
Because
my flight is leaving back home.
Oh. So when you start off on the walk, do you stop at a different hotel or hostel every night?
Yeah.
Or do you stay more than one night?
No, only one night.
So what's the reason for you doing it? Why are you doing the way?
It was on my bucket list. To lose weight.
Well, that's one way of losing weight.
Yeah, and to meet people.
And when, are you going to go back to working when you get back home?
I'm retired from the fire service.
So would you recommend people doing the way?
Yeah, you can do it halfway, you can do it the whole way, you can do it. It's up to you. I met a guy from Germany. He's walking 1 week every year on the 2 weeks. 1 week on the spring and 1 week in autumn.
So you're looking forward to ticking it off your bucket list?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, good luck to both of you. So there you have it, folks. 2 typical pilgrims with totally different reasons for doing the way. Sadly, the twist is run out, so we hit the motorway for the next couple of hours to speed the journey up to get to Llanes, but it was incredibly windy, so we pulled over for a quick break at Aranaz de Iguña. Stretch break, about an hour from Llanes. We've been hammering down the motorway for a couple of hours and it's pretty horrible. Blowing again. Very uncomfortable and tiring riding, but it's just one way of getting to Llanes as quick as we can.
Our final stop was in the small town of Llanes to the north of Picos. It's only got a population of about 4,000, but it's really popular and very busy with local holidaymakers. Sadly, the weather wasn't great when we arrived and the forecast wasn't any better, so we decided to do our usual thing and go bar hunting instead of sightseeing.
Well folks, you find us on our last leg of the trip in Llanes on the north coast of Spain, and we've just checked into our hotel. It would have been great if we'd have had lovely weather for it, but it looks like a nice place. We're going to wander into town now, check out what it's like down there, and of course find out where the best place to have dinner is and grab a beer. So we'll check in later. We're just wandering around the little town of Llanes, and it's got a completely different feel to every other place we've been. Looks, I don't know, it's almost like a little Austrian sort of Swiss design with the buildings, architecture. But fascinating, it's really lovely.
First one today, having arrived in Llanes.
Today's ride was our last leg from Llanes to the ferry port of Santander. It was a bit of a wet start, but the forecast was due to be sunny later on, and it was only a couple of hours ride. So we were going to ride for about an hour and then find somewhere to grab some breakfast. After about an hour on the road and midway between Llanes and Santander, it was time to have a coffee stop, and we found this little town of Cabrices. Well folks, we set off this morning from Llanes, and it was grey, overcast, miserable, drizzly, forecast to be raining all over Santander. But look what we got instead. Beautiful sunny weather. So we're way ahead of time, so we decided we'd stop and have a coffee. Looks like we weren't the only ones either.
I think everybody else had the same idea. All heading to Santander for the ferry. Now completely inappropriately dressed, or double text up, Olive.
About 30 minutes away from Santander, we picked up a small convoy of other bikes, also heading for the port. Result. The forecast rain never arrived, and here we are at Santander in glorious sunshine, having de-Gore-Texed ourselves and taken all the clothes off. It's fantastic, beautiful weather, and so we're bored in about 50 minutes. So instead of standing here getting wet for about an hour, we can bask in the glorious sunshine, the last bit of sun of our holiday. Excellent. And so we say farewell to Spain and Santander, and an amazing trip through northern Spain, an adventure. Until next time. Well, this is it, folks. We're just about to leave Santander after our amazing trip around northern Spain. Been on the road for, how long have we been on the road for?
Just short 3 weeks.
Just short 3 weeks. We've done something like, I don't know, 1,500 miles. And it's been an amazing trip. So this is our final look at Spain before we leave. Beautiful view of the mountains before the bad weather sets in. Apparently it's already a bit cold and rainy back in Blighty. We'll be there sometime tomorrow, late afternoon. Until then, it's goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from him.
We did it, folks. Made it to there and back again. Congratulations. Our first Spanish trip, our first Picos de Europa trip. Oh, IPA, brilliant. So that's it folks, the end of another MMD trip. If you enjoyed watching the video then please give us a thumbs up. And if you're not a subscriber already, then please hit the subscribe button and don't forget the notification bell so you get advance warning of all our latest uploads. Until next time, thanks for watching.